Why did you stop coffee? What birth control did you take? Hey bye Hanas, what's up? It's me, Isa Please, and welcome back to another video. Woot woot! If you haven't yet, make sure that you've liked, subscribed, and hit that notification bell so that you're updated every single time I upload a video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about my first trimester, and I'm also going to be answering your frequently asked questions that you've often asked me on my social media. So enjoy! Make sure that you're following me on Isa Please so that you get updates about my baby bump and stuff, just like you know about my life if you're even interested. So let's start. So my first question is, why Pisa? So in my previous video, I did announce that we are currently calling the baby Pisa. Pisa is that's me and Paulo. Paulo and Isa. Paulo gets the shorter end of the stick. He only gets one letter. I get all four letters. So the baby is called baby Pisa. How's the baby so far?
Lihukan, kato, movement to.
Mo?
Anak,
Ah?
movement na siya.
Lihukan siya, no?
Kana, kato, movement.
Okay.
Yung lihok na siya.
Ah.
156, 158, 151.
So the next question is, what is the gender, or do I want to know the gender? And also, when will I find out the gender of the baby? I will only be able to find out the gender around 6 months, which is sometime in August. Yes, I do want to find out the gender. Not that it matters for me. I don't really have a preference, which is also something that I get asked a lot. But I think it would just be nice to know. It gives me something to look forward to. It gives me something to be excited about. So yeah, which leads me to my next question. Do I have baby names, or what are our potential baby names? So we have a very interesting, it's not really that interesting, but we have a system of how we want to name our children. So since Paulo is P and I am I, we want our child's name to be, the first child to be S, and the second child to be S-A, so that it's Pisa. And if we have a third child, then it's going to be A. So, para sure ba, we just wanted to be Pisa. I don't know if it sounds crazy to you, but it sounds kind of crazy to me. But that's just kind of how we want to name our children. So obviously, we're looking for baby names that start with the letter S. And I do have a list of names that I'd like, and my top choice is actually Suri. I really like the name Saint. It's actually the name of our business, my online business with my best friend when I was in college. It was Saint Vice. I also like the name Silas, but I think it's not very common and it's harder to pronounce. But those are the names that I have at the top of my head. If you know any names that start with the letter S, please let me know. Also, I've been asked if I'm going to be doing a gender reveal, and I actually do want to do a gender reveal. I have been dropping, not even hints, actually bombs to my friends and family, like, hey, give me a gender reveal, huh? But if everyone's too busy to do it, like, honestly, I don't mind doing it myself. So I will let you know how that goes, and hopefully it can be a vlog. So the next question is, how did you know you were pregnant? I sort of talked about it a bit in my previous video, so if you haven't seen that yet, please do watch it after this one. It's pretty fun. I show the reactions of my family and whatnot. But as for myself, I kind of had a feeling that I was pregnant really early on. If you watch the video, you'll find out that I first found out I was pregnant like around 2 weeks. I think it's important to note that I am very neurotic and I am highly sensitive. So aside from the fact that I really wanted to get a positive and I was obsessed with taking pregnancy tests, I also am a very sensitive person. So I was starting to feel things about myself. So my number one giveaway was when I started waking up really early at around 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. One morning, I started craving for birthday spaghetti, which I absolutely could care less about. So Paulo was also kind of feeling like some weirdness around me, because also prior to that, I suddenly had this weird cravings for shawarma, which isn't really weird, but it's also not very Isa-like. So there were just like some tiny bits and pieces of like, she's kind of acting weird here and there. So that's kind of how we found out I was pregnant. So next question, did you have a hard time conceiving? And if so, what did you do? A lot of people actually think that my husband and I started trying ever since we got married. And they're like, oh, finally, I'm so happy. I know it took you guys a long time. I was like, technically, it did not. So this baby was planned, okay? It was really planned and it really didn't take us that long, but I did want to have kids for a long time na. It was just never the right time for us. I'm actually really happy it happened when it happened, because I think like if I got pregnant last year, I don't think that I would be emotionally, financially, physically, whateverly prepared to be a mom yet. So happy ako it happened now. Me and my husband did not really have a hard time conceiving. So I don't really know why people think that we were trying to have a baby ever since we got married, because that's just not true. But when we did really start to try now, that's when I felt like, okay, this is the time I'm really gonna fix my lifestyle. So the number one thing that I stopped doing was I stopped smoking. I know that it's bad, and yet I did it. So yeah, I started smoking when I was like in second year college, and I only stopped about a year and a half ago. So at the start of COVID, I officially stopped smoking. So I've been smoke free for about a year and a half. I don't vape. I did not smoke. So moto, at least I was able to do that, and that was one of the things I'm super duper duper proud of. I stopped drinking as much. Me and Paolo would drink at home. I wouldn't get blackout drunk. I used to get like really drunk, but then like I learned how to control my alcohol. I would only have like a couple glasses of beer or maybe a glass of wine, and then that was it. So I really stopped those bad habits of mine. Another thing that I did was I started exercising. So I got myself a yoga mat and I started exercising. I started walking around more. So I more like changed good siya sa ako ang lifestyle, and I also tried a little bit harder to eat healthier. And I also started taking folic acid, which is something that produces healthier eggs. So I was also prepared, no, to clean my body to have a baby. Aside from doing that, I was also very aware of my own body. So I have an app and I use Flow. It's a pregnancy, or it's like a period tracker app, and it's called Flow, and I use that religiously to track down my period. And ever since before magyud, I've always had regular periods. My ovulation period is around 25 days. I'm almost always on time, good. Like, nihit na jud kay ko kanang ma-delayed and stuff like that, unless I'm really extremely stressed. I knew when I was ovulating because the app would tell me so, and I would also double check this and verify it based on my mucus secretions. So if you don't know this, your mucus actually tells you if you're ovulating or not. And so when the app would tell me, oh, you're ovulating, I would double check by looking at my secretions and be like, oh yes, I am ovulating. For those who are more siguradista than that, you can also get an ovulating stick. I was looking for it for a while, but I just never could find one. But I know that they usually have those at Watson's. Positioning helped. We were advised to put a pillow on my back by my friend Cesad, and I knew this because of nursing school. But we were advised to put a pillow under my back when we would make love. Unya, ibutang siya sa ilam, and then Paolo would just like, whenever it, like, you know how sex is, right? So, like, put a pillow on my back, and then that's supposed to guide the sperm into the uterus more para mas mag-guided daw ang fertilization process. And then after that, I would even raise my legs for like 30 minutes. I did that twice, and I got pregnant on the second month, so that was kind of fun. So luckily, we got very lucky. It didn't take us that long, so yeah. Oh, here's another question that I got. It is, why did you stop coffee? One time, I reposted a story of someone telling me, or someone saying that not drinking coffee really helps in getting pregnant. I just want to clarify that there are no scientific basis of how cutting coffee can help in making you get pregnant, But some women do say that not drinking coffee help them get pregnant. Now, I wouldn't say that's the case for me because I had to stop drinking coffee. I miss drinking coffee. I crave for coffee, but I cannot drink coffee because at the time when I had stopped drinking coffee, I was suffering from really bad GERD. Every time I would drink coffee, I would get really like kutkuton jud ko diri dapita, and it just hurt so much that I had to switch over to low acid coffee, which honestly, if you're gonna drink low acid coffee, just don't drink coffee at all. It sucks. So moto, like, I just stopped drinking coffee altogether. Not drinking coffee doesn't necessarily mean that you won't get pregnant. Kaya nagkag maglabuntis nga mainom gyapon kape. But muna siya, like, for my case, I had to stop, but I don't credit my not drinking coffee to me getting pregnant faster. Let's move on to the next question. What birth control did you take? So as you know, my husband and I have been together for 10 years and we've never had an accident. So I'm sure daghan na curious no nga, how did you guys like hold it in for so long? But the truth is, and I'm not very proud to say this, but I have never used any form of contraception, but there is a reason to that. I have been diagnosed, undiagnosed, diagnosed again, and then undiagnosed with mitral valve prolapse. So I'm like the sickly girl over here, no? I have been told that I have mitral valve prolapse, which is a condition of your heart. If you want to read more about it, you can search it up on Google. But basically, I cannot take certain contraceptives if I have mitral valve prolapse. Let's just say the pull-out game has been strong. That's just the real of it, guys. But sa tinuod lang, my husband and I did discuss before, like, you know, should we take kuan, unsa man among plans, but, you know, we were just very careful. But I'm not encouraging you to skip out completely on contraceptives because I think we were just very lucky. But if you're someone who doesn't really want to have kids yet, who isn't ready, who isn't there in their life, but you are sexually active, please do consider what are your options. Please do visit your OB and see kung unsa ang options available for you. Did you experience any cramps? Girlfriend, I experienced almost all the pregnancy symptoms that you can imagine. The next question is, someone asked if tapulan ba ko maligo, and the answer is, tapulan jud ko maligo since birth, but ever since sa buntis ko, alimuot kay ako lawa, so mas maligo na ko karon as compared to before. And yeah, mas arte ko karon, ambot lang, mas gana ko mangarte, I don't know why. So those are most of the questions you asked me about my first trimester. Please do leave your questions about my second trimester or whatever you want to know in the comment section below. I hope that you like this video. Sorry if it's a bit long, but you guys asked me a lot of questions and I really appreciate that. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow my YouTube channel for more videos like this, and to follow me on all my socials. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, Hanas!